Hey everybody, it's Ed and this is Let's Cook It. Now I realize it's been about 7 months since I've made a video and I really don't know why it's taken me so long to get back onto YouTube. But anyway, here I am, and today what I'm going to be making is meatloaf in the pressure cooker. Now I know a lot of people have Instant Pots, but mine's a Cuisinart. Rich got it for me and I absolutely love it. It's one of the best pressure cookers around, so I do recommend it. I'm not sponsored by Cuisinart. I don't have any sponsors, but I'm going to put a shout out there anyway. All right, so as I said, meatloaf in the pressure cooker, and I do have one of the steps already done. What I did to begin was saute a red pepper, a green pepper, and half of an onion on the saute setting in the pressure cooker. And I've already got that part done, as I said, and that's going to go into the meatloaf mixture. What I've used is 2 pounds of 80/20 ground beef and a pound of mild Italian sausage. It's going to be a pretty heavy meatloaf. It's going to make a lot, but I know it's going to be good. All right, so I am going to put the ingredients listed in the video in the description, but I'll go ahead and tell you what I have used. All right, so I'm going to use 3 beaten eggs, a cup and a half of breadcrumbs, a half a cup of heavy cream, half a packet of meatloaf seasoning mix, because it's got a little bit of onion in it anyway, and a tablespoon or so of Worcestershire sauce, or as I just like to say, W sauce, because it's hard for me to say that. All right, so what I'm going to do, going to put the camera down here and get the meat in the shot here. All right, let me do that. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, so they didn't have just some bulk mild sausage. It was in meatballs, but it was still a pound, so I went ahead and got that. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some gloves because I don't like to get this on my hands, all right? So everything is just going to go into the meatloaf. Go ahead and put those sauteed vegetables in there. Just like that. We're going to add the 3 beaten eggs. Just like that. Cup and a half of breadcrumbs, just like that. The half cup of heavy cream, just like that. Let's throw in some of that Worcestershire sauce and some of the meatloaf seasoning mix. All right. So now let's get in there with our hands, start mixing it up. Now there's a couple steps to, excuse me, some of that powder going up in my face from the meatloaf mix. There's a couple of steps to this, and what you'll do after you get everything all mixed up, you're going to transfer this over into or onto some foil, and then all that's going to go into the pressure cooker, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, this is probably the most boring part for everybody, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Now, when you mix a meatloaf, you don't want it like packed in there too tightly, because you want it to, you know, be kind of tender when you cut into it. All right. Now this might look a little bit dry, but according to the recipe that I found, the fat in the sausage will make it really moist. So we'll just go ahead and get that like that. I'm going to get these gloves off. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put the camera back up on me now. Okay, so we've got the meatloaf mixture all mixed up. And what we're going to do now, excuse my back, I've got to get this foil. Bring this over here. And you're going to turn the meatloaf mix onto the foil. So let's go ahead and put the camera back down there. I think that's a pretty good shot. All right, so now I am going to use my bare hands for this because you just kind of want to pat it. Oh, I'm having a time here. All right. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step. So what you want to do, you want to bring the foil up around the meatloaf. And I did have to use 2 pieces of foil. Just kind of make a little boat, I guess that's what you could call it. I'm going to wash off my hands. Getting them dried right now. Okay. So now let's move this over a little bit and get the pressure cooker and the shot. Now you've noticed I put the trivet in there that comes with the pressure cooker, and you have to add a cup of water so it will make that steam. So that's how you can get, you know, the pressure cooking part of it. So you're just going to put the meatloaf down in there like that. And make sure the foil doesn't stick out over the rim of this inner pot, because you want to be able to secure the lid. Now, all right, so that's locked on, right? And you want to make sure it's not on release pressure. This little thing right here, put it over on pressure. Now this is going to cook on high for 50 minutes, 50. So let's go ahead and get it started. I mean, it looks like a pretty good recipe, and I hope it does turn out. So, high pressure. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it on 50. Actually, I put it on 55 because I went too fast. But anyway, that's fine. 55 minutes, that ought to do the trick. All right, so what I'm going to do is just let this do its thing and get the kitchen cleaned up, because I'm also going to make some cabbage and bacon, and we're going to have that with the pressure cooker meatloaf. All right, so I guess I will see you guys back here in about an hour. And I think what I'll do, I don't know, maybe I'll make a part 1 and part 2. I'm not real sure. Just depends. I think I will make a part 1 and part 2. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up that I made. Start on the cabbage that I want to cook. Get that bacon fried up so I can do that. That's not going to be part of the video. That's just something extra I thought we would have. All right. So this is going to be part 1. Part 2 will be in about an hour or so when we take the meatloaf out of the pressure cooker, try it, and see how it turns out. All right, everybody. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye for now.